Nah. Hi everybody, it's Josh and Elizabeth from tfa.com bringing you this week's new releases.
I've got Spider-Man Marvel Adventures number 11. This is a kid's book, super enjoyable, brings it back to the basics with Spider-Man as a teen. He's got a girlfriend here I'm not really familiar with. She talks with animals, but they go on an adventure to Louisiana and kind of have an adventure with a lizard. This is written by Paul Tobin, who will be signing at our Emerald City booth weekend of March 4th through 6th. So make sure to come see us at booth number 612.
All right. I've got Cross Psychopath number 1. I believe this is a 6-issue miniseries. If you're not familiar with Cross, might not be for you. It's got everything that you might want in a comic. It's got violence, sodomy, hope, nudity. So if you're into those kinds of things, might be the book for you. Super violent. David Lapham just takes us on a journey where a virus is taken over and these people just go nuts. And so a group of survivors comes upon just kind of a lonesome traveler in this one, and they might be biting off more than they can chew on joining him on his journey to a mission where there's supposedly a cure for the virus. But not for everybody. For those who like super violent books, yeah, check it out.
Next up we have X-Men number 8, Victor Gischler and Chris Bachalo. I'm really enjoying this book, and it's funny because it ties into my Spider-Man Marvel Adventures, because there's Spider-Man, and this is also something to do with the lizard. So it can't be coincidence. That there must be a relation, and it's fun. Like, kids might not read this, but if you read both, if you have a kid, it's a really fun correlation. This, I'm continuing to love this series, actually. I love the artwork.
Beautiful. Super
funny. Adding Spider-Man is just like the perfect amount of like fun and hilarity. So I highly recommend it.
Next up, we've got American Vampire number 12. It's hard to believe that this one is actually a year into the series, written by Scott Snyder, and the art by Raphael Albuquerque. Just amazing. Loved it from the beginning. If you're not familiar with the book, it is set in 1919. This one is in Nevada, and it follows Skinner Sweet, who is an invulnerable vampire who gets to go out in the sun and just wreak havoc, kill people all over, and it is awesome. Gosh, yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Definitely pick it up. It's one of my favorites for this week's new releases.
I've got True Blood number 1, Tainted Love. This is, much like the books, is going on my guilty pleasures list, because it's like the show. It's kind of trashy, it's kind of like over the top, but it's a lot of fun to read. They got Mark Andreyko writing it, who I really enjoy. The art is a pretty good, and sometimes it looks a little clunky, but they capture the likenesses really well. And, you know, the storyline is simple, and just, again, a guilty pleasure setup. Jessica is getting a prom, and someone has tainted the True Blood to make the vampires go crazy. That's pretty much all you need to know, and it's a fun romp, so get it, if you want.
If you want. I've got Death Clock number 3, which is the final issue of the miniseries. There's cover B and cover A. Death Clock is really fun. It's just fun and quirky, and basically the country's on its last legs, and Death Clock comes up with a plan to create jobs for everybody. They make this huge train that's 8 car widths wide, and it's like football fields long, and everybody's working on it and everything, and it brings us out of the recession. However, everybody trades in their paychecks for tickets to the concert that's on the train, and puts us into a deeper recession. Just really fun. A lot more happens in the book, but definitely, if you've seen the show, you know what you're getting into, and I would suggest that one highly this week.
And you can also meet the writer, Jeremy Barlow, at our table, booth 612 at Emerald City, March 4th through 6th. So come see us and say hi. I've got Star Trek Infestation 2. This was fun, but I admit I was a little disappointed. The story is funny. They're dealing with zombies. They're on a planet. We've got Kirk, Bones, and Spock. It gives them each a great little character moments to kind of display. Bones is grouchy and Kirk is a ladies' man, even if it's some weird like alien vampire zombie chick. But I felt like it was wrapped up a little too quickly, and yeah, it just felt I wanted there to be more of it, so I'm a little on the fence with this.
My final one is Fantastic Four number 588, which is the final issue of Fantastic Four. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything, but a character died in the previous issue, 587, which we actually have second printings of because it sold so well. And this one is what I was expecting from 587. It was really poignant. The first 2/3 of the book was all silent, and it was just pretty. It was just pretty. It was all our favorite characters kind of mourning the loss of the Fantastic Four member. And then at the end there was a really beautiful story with Spider-Man and Franklin, because they've both lost somebody in their lives, and yeah, so that's probably the comic to pick up this week if you pick up anything, I would say. But yeah.
Cool. Well, that wraps it up for this week. If you are on our website, tfa.com, you can hit the Arriving This Week button at the top of every page to see everything that came out this week. If you're on YouTube, we've got a link down there. But yes, just remember, you can buy all these at TFA. We're totally awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.